What up, everybody? It's your boy YoungC.A.u.s.e, the man that they love to hate but to shake his hand anyway. We are back. Cocktails and Intellect Podcast. You already know what it is. Sir, may I have my phone? Thank you. Appreciate that. I got my good brother with me.
You already know what it is, man. DJ Cnel, when I ask you what time, tell him it's prime time. Listen, the little giggles. The little giggles.
You want the ear horns?
Both of them. You know what I'm saying? The little giggles that the special guest is doing right now. It's already triggering me.
PTSD?
You're a walking trigger.
Oh, wow.
See, look at that. See?
All right, y'all going to see who that voice is in just a moment. But we have to do our due diligence. Why is my phone talking to everyone?
Got to.
All right. Yeah, baby.
So how was your weekend, man? How'd your weekend been, Cause?
It's a little stressful, honestly speaking. September 26th was a tough day for me. You know, with my brother, his birthday, my dearly departed brother, God rest his soul. Yeah, so it was just a tough day for me, and you know, I learned that there's no time there's no time limit or timeline on how long you grieve someone or mourn someone. You know what I'm saying? But
very true.
Not to be morbid or anything like that. I'll survive. But go ahead, speak your shit.
All right, so we have a special how's that? Amarada. No, I can never get this fucking word right.
It's just say we have a special saying.
I think it's not. No, we have a special saying that we say on the show, right?
Never fails. It never fails.
So how can I say this?
Like you always say it.
I know, but I be forgetting sometimes because I haven't perfected yet. All right, so anyways, loose lips sink ships. So be mindful of the things that you say. And may whatever you do say be left up to the court of public opinion, because we ain't editing shit.
Salud,
Right.
salud. Oh my God. Ay. With that being said, sir, please introduce our guest.
Yes, my motherfucking best friend of about 14 years now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Big Chriselle in the motherfucking building, not the little one. You know what I'm saying? Drop a bomb for my dog real quick.
Yeah, there he is. All right.
Big crew. So, this
Hold on, pause. Wait.
All right, okay.
Wait. Please let the people know who you are and where they can find you at.
Yeah, my name is Kru. I'm on Instagram for Big Quince, BIGG.Quince, Quince. And I'm also on TikTok, Kru.the.reds.
Wait a minute, pause. Wait, big Quince.
Big Quince.
Big Quince.
Listen, I never knew.
You was gonna say Quince.
I've been saying that.
I wasn't gonna say shit because I was trying to debate.
Spanish for 15. I'm the 15 in my sorority, so I'm the big 15.
We're gonna get into that too.
Yeah.
What? All the time I'm thinking big Queens, but either way, go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So this is so before I get into, you know what I'm saying, being who I usually am with her, I'm gonna be serious for a second because she was like, oh my God, you're gonna be all childish the whole show? Yeah. Yes, the fuck I am. But except for this moment right now. All right. This has been my dog for a lot of years. I absolutely love her to death. Her son is my godson.
Oh,
London. You know what I'm saying? I was there at birth. You know what I'm saying? When she was looking like a swollen grape.
Oh, wow.
Don't do that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Her face. It was the face. It was like.
Well, I like that we switch roles then.
You know what I'm saying? It was see, that'd be the shit.
Yo,
you started.
This is about to be wow.
You know what I'm saying? She been gaining some weight lately because she got some new nigga she fucking with, some new little.
All of it on blast,
some new little nigga, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? So now she getting that relationship weight back. So now she look like she pregnant again. But but nah. In all seriousness, man, this is my dog for real. You know what I'm saying? Love her to death. So this has been a long time coming. Definitely had to get her on the show because she's somebody that's very special to me. So
okay,
you know what I mean?
That's what it is.
By special, I mean special ed.
Claps for that.
Almost because he's usually really mean. So
he's mean.
He's usually really mean. So these nice words are like.
I'm getting all the tea today.
I'm
getting to know you today, the real you.
That's why I'm like, does he act like this for everybody? Just for me? Yeah.
So what do you? I mean, all right. I've seen you a multitude of places in passing. You know, with a certain set of people that I know. But what do you do? You mentioned the sorority, but are you a dancer as well?
Yeah, on OnlyFans and
First of all,
he loves. No, don't even worry. He does this shit all the time. all the time. He loves OnlyFans. I think he's low key on it.
I learned from him then, if that's the case. Big gigolo.
Ooh.
Hey.
You a gigolo, bro?
That was my stage name back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, so you dance, right? Do you dance or you model or act?
Yeah, I used to dance professionally. I kind of slowed down on it a little bit. I kind of like go behind the scenes now and do more choreo.
Oh, okay. All right. That's what I'm about to say. Because it seems like you would call it choreography. Choreography. Jesus Christ. Right. Okay.
Yeah. I've done plenty of music videos, shows.
Damn, she just said music video. Hold up. Has anybody told you?
Oh gosh.
Yeah. No, hold on. You know what I'm about to say, right?
What you about to say?
Who you look like? You know you heard it before.
But I'm not sure if you're gonna say what everybody else says.
Nah, it's not the new version. It's the old version.
You say it. You say it.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly. I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
I want to know.
Because I always told her, but I think she used to disagree with me.
Go ahead. Who?
She like Carrie Hilson.
Like who?
Carrie Hilson a little bit.
People did used to say that back in the day, but they say somebody else
K.
a lot.
Michelle.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard that?
I've never heard that one.
Get the fuck out of here. Who'd you hear? Who'd you hear?
I hear Kelly Rowland a lot.
Oh shit.
It's a no for me.
It's up.
I hear that a lot.
That's up to the court of public opinion. Y'all tell us who y'all think she.
I don't think I look like anybody.
You look like you.
Kelly is bad.
Oh yeah,
so
definitely.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not
that new movie she came out with. Do you know how many people DM me?
Really?
I was like crazy.
Oh wow, stunt double.
I don't see it.
I mean, either way, all of those women that we mentioned are baddies in their own right. Do you understand what I'm saying? But either way,
for sure.
I was just looking. I was like, wait a minute, what the hell? And you've never heard K. Michelle before?
No, shout out to K. Michelle, who is my soror. Period.
That's right. Yeah, she is a.
She's a Delta.
Delta, yeah.
Get it right.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, right? You know what's crazy, right? So I fucked around and said that she was an AKA.
I was so mad at him.
Yeah,
I'm
she
sure
was.
Because excuse me.
Listen. I don't be
nothing wrong with their sorority, but like, because you're my friend.
Do y'all really be beefing? Like sorors be beefing?
No, it's not that we beef. It's just
friendly competition.
I guess in certain, like, okay, we got step shows. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that would be friendly competition. Me personally, if I see another woman that's in another sorority, it's all love for me because it's supposed to be unity in the first place. Definitely. Like, we're all founded on certain principles, and they're usually around the same things. But there's like an underlying beef based on how we were founded. So it's just like...
So it has nothing to do with social media hyping it up. It's always been this way.
It's always been that way.
Because if there is beef, then technically y'all gangs at this point.
Right. At this point, I think.
Well, honestly, let me just say that I am working on a unity stroll video with all the sororities right now to promote voter registration and going out and voting. So it should be coming out pretty soon. Okay. It'll be all the sororities together.
So it's already in the process. The
it's in the process. Yes.
Got it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
clap for that one right there. Question. I heard it here first.
Who you voting for?
I mean, are we going to get into politics? Or?
We ain't got to get into too much.
I mean, of course, I'm going to vote for Kamala. I have my own reasons, obviously.
Wow.
But, I mean, honestly, like, I don't fuck with Donald Trump. It just is what it is. I don't like his policies. I don't like what he say. I don't like how he runs shit. I don't like he's trying to make this a dictatorship. I feel like I'm voting more so for our freedoms at this point versus, like, okay, which one is which? Like, I just... So
this is my last question because I want to get into too much politics.
Right, and hold on, disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen, we are not a political podcast whatsoever. Yeah, right. I know there's going to probably be people that see this and then try to attack her for what she just said. Well, you don't know what come out. Like, listen, fuck all of that.
Honestly,
right?
I don't care.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't give a fuck about none of that.
My opinion,
right? You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't care if she said I'm voting for Kamala Harris just because she got nice hair. I don't care what it is. You choose who you want to vote for, and God bless us all.
Yeah, my dog don't give a fuck.
I honestly do not care.
Unless
me personally, I think we're fucked either way.
Unless you're close to her, the I don't give a fuck game is very heavy. So
it's so heavy.
But,
Big Aries.
So are you voting for her just be off the simple strength that, you know what I'm saying, that's just the better option, or you actually fuck with her? Like,
I mean, I don't know her personally, but I do hear her policies that I like.
Oh, okay.
I do know that, of course, was a prosecutor. I like the stuff that she did while she was in office, when she was senator and all the other type of things like that. Okay. But at the end of the day, yes, it's also about who I feel like is the better candidate for myself and raising a child in this economy. Like, it's just a lot going on. So, like, I mean,
the crazy part is that answer is it's perfect because of the fact that I've heard people say, "Oh, I'm just voting for her because she's black," and I'm like, "What?"
I mean, to each his own. They can vote however they want to vote.
I'm voting for Trump.
Oh, we know that. We know that. So you're good with Project 2025?
Nah, I just heard that he be grabbing girls by the pussy. Nah, fuck with you. Let me stop, man. I don't give a fuck about neither one of these candidates.
Let me get this bottle. You making that nigga want to drink out this motherfucker.
Like,
listen, look, I personally don't care for either one of them. You know what I'm saying? I feel as if, this shit is gonna. And like the thing is that like I do agree with a lot of what she says as far as Kamala Harris, but at the same time, overall, I feel as if she's a puppet because she was never the number one choice.
They're all puppets, sir.
Oh, they're definitely all puppets, but she's definitely like grade A puppet to me or whatever because she was the number one. Like nobody gave a fuck about her at all until Biden started to lose his mind, which he'd been losing his fucking mind. Or whatever. Then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, she's already there. Let's just hype her up and just make her the next best thing. Like literally, like.
Hold on. Hey, how you doing, brother? We in the middle of shooting a podcast, and we're closed at the moment. If you need water, just go over to the next door at the restaurant, okay? Thank you. All right. Well.
Why you made that face?
Yes, I was about to spring up in action. What's we about to do? You know me. Like, what we about to do? Like,
ready to get active. Ready to get active. You look like a fighter. You look like you box.
Yeah.
She used to be beating people's asses.
So one time we was at Beecham. And,
shit.
And she had the
look at your face.
and she had the lace front on.
Oh my god!
Some random girl pulled up.
See, that's why you know he lying, because when I was at Beecham, I never wore lace fronts.
It was what was we at? Somebody pulled your motherfucking wig off. On God, say I'm lying. Say I'm lying.
Wasn't that the day
you punched the ass in the shit.
Wasn't that the day I met you?
No, that wasn't the day you met me. We was already very well friends before that shit. After that happened,
that must have been twisted.
This shit happened. This just happened after I came back.
I wasn't embarrassed at all.
But you punched.
She wasn't embarrassed.
I got hair under my wig, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
Her hair was braided. She had a fucking wig on. Somebody snatched that bitch off. She hit that with a clean ass 2-piece, and then they broke it up. And she didn't get kicked out. The other girl got kicked out.
Oh shit!
I
so not only
did you get, I thought it was at Beecham. You don't remember this?
But you got.
It wasn't Beecham though.
What was we at?
I don't remember, but it wasn't Beecham.
Yeah, but I remember. But you remember it happening.
I do remember that.
Yes.
Wow.
She had the Felicia braids under that bit. It was all frizzy and shit.
How old is your son?
He's 11.
11. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I only asked because I was gonna ask like how is it with motherhood, but you've done it for 11 years. I'm a new father. I've never had a child until now. So my daughter's about to be 3 in November, and it's just like
it's different.
It's she changed my life. I don't even know how to. I don't even know how to maneuver now.
It's different.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Sir, you seem thirsty. You okay?
I am thirsty as fuck. Listen, I drank a lot yesterday.
Can I have my Coca-Cola, please?
No, you can't.
Parched.
This nigga just jacked me for my whole shit. Damn. Anywho's.
Oh yeah, we gotta pour her a drink.
Don't do that.
So, in the meanwhile, while I'm pouring your drink, tell us a little bit more about yourself. What I already know everything, but this is for everybody else to know. Whatever the case is, like, what do you do on a day-to-day basis? What's like your occupation?
I'm a teacher. I teach geometry, high school.
In high school?
Yeah, I teach high school.
How do those boys fare over that? You're not an ugly woman. That is insane. I wouldn't be able to hold myself in class. I'm sorry.
I mean, you do have some that'll say stuff
Slick
to
shit,
me.
yeah.
Then you have the others that'll say stuff to their friends. And then you have girls are actually really aggressive.
Yo, do you find? Hold on, I'm glad you said that. Look, and this is why I love my shit, man. I love this podcast because we will freestyle anywhere. Look, when it comes down to the whole LGBTQ joint, I mean, when you're in high school, you're a teacher in high school. Like, is it more gay activities going on in high school? Like,
I do see a lot of girl on girl.
Oh my God.
There are a lot of boys that are gay as well. But I do see it with a lot of the girls.
Now, see, back in the day, it was frowned upon. But now, do you find it that it's more like out there, like gay people, gay
it's
guys?
It's definitely open. Like, it's 2024.
So they don't get bullied too much and none of that.
No.
They got cliques, I heard.
I haven't seen, personally, I haven't seen them in cliques, but I do notice that a lot of the kids, and maybe this is just what I see personally, I do see that a lot of the kids that are gay, that they're accepted. Like, they talk to everybody and everybody talks to them. I think just because it's 2024, it's just, it is what it is.
No, I will say one thing is that, like, I like the direction that, I want to be very careful how I say this, right?
Please do. Because I'm not editing shit.
I know. So I like the fact that they normalized it in a sense to make the kids feel safe, right? Because, we was going to motherfucking school, but you were gay, but we were cracking on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So, So I like the fact that they did things and put certain things in place to make the kids feel safe. What I don't agree with is them pushing the agenda on the children. That's the shit. And you know what's great? This is actually a great fucking topic because she is a teacher. So she can answer some questions for me that I've been wanting to ask for a while. I fucking absolutely hate when they push the agenda on kids, right? And now they're having certain books and shit like that in the schools for the kids, and then the teachers who are gay are like going over fucking board and pushing their beliefs and shit like that. There was one video I saw on Instagram. It was a teacher trying to teach kids about their pronouns, like, oh, you prefer to me as they, them, and this, or whatever the case is, and then like all this other shit like that. Does this go on? Well, for one, let's not put the disclaimer of her school out there. Let's not do that. But at the school in which you do teach at, or whatever the case is, do you see that there?
Personally, I'm going to say no, but honestly, I'm not in those people's classrooms. I teach math. So that's beyond my, scope and whatever. I don't personally see that in the schools. I have seen videos, on TikTok about, teachers that do that. I also feel like it's a problem on TV. I don't agree with it personally. I feel like it's an issue overall.
You talking about the gay agenda?
Yeah.
Pushing the gay agenda?
Yeah.
Got it,
the TV shows that are being now that the kids are watching,
it's a lot more
and things
open.
like that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you as a parent have the power to control what your kids are watching.
Do we?
So I feel like you do. I do.
Well, the reason
because at the end of the day, this is my household, right? And I control what you are watching. So if I'm seeing that you're watching something that I don't approve of, I'm going to tell you, you cannot watch that. Right. Now, whatever you do outside of my home, that's a different story. You can't protect your kids.
Exactly. That's where I was about to go. Because you could have all of those standards at home, and they go to school, and their friends have these phones up doing whatever they want.
I talk to my child openly about many different people. I talk to him about gay people. I talk to him about disabled people. I talk to him about all those things. So that way it's like he knows what he's looking at when he sees it. So that way when he gets to school or he gets to the park or he gets to the, rec center, it's not something like, oh my God,
he's not caught off guard by surprise,
Exactly. So he has a clear understanding on what this is, and it's okay for other people to live that way, and it's okay for you to not agree, but you don't judge people on how they live because it's not your life.
So, and I 100% agree with that, whatever case is, but so we're going to play a clip in just a second, but one thing I've eliminated from my household before we play this clip is YouTube, right? So
really,
so I completely eliminate YouTube from the house. If I see YouTube in there, I'm whooping my kid's ass. I'm just keeping it plain and simple. So there was one particular time, right? And I've gave them chances to whatever kid. I gave them about 5, 6 chances. I said, listen, no YouTube, no YouTube, no YouTube. To the point where I started to have to enforce it because they were so into YouTube that I noticed that it started to fuck with their social skills. Because back in the day, like normal kids,
we had to go outside.
We actually went outside and we actually played the video game. Now they're on YouTube watching kids go outside and watching kids play the video game. It's the most backwards shit ever in fucking life.
Wow.
Right? But the biggest reason outside of that is because there's certain things that look like cartoons, but they're not necessarily for kids. So one particular thing, right? Bryson was watching like a Sonic, like little animated cartoon thing, right? But it wasn't for kids. And the only thing I seen was Knuckles like running across a field saying, "Oh, I hope Sonic fucks me in the ass. Please, Sonic, fuck me in the ass." And blah blah blah. And keep in mind, I was walking back and forth past some normal shit a couple times already. Do you know what I'm saying? Just doing regular shit, going to my room, grabbing something, going to the kitchen, blah, blah. And this shit was on the whole entire time. It wasn't until I was walking by and I heard it. I said, what the fuck is this? Oh, that was the last straw. Then I had to
somebody
put my foot down.
Recreated a Sonic joint, but made, like, you know how they do voiceovers?
Exactly. And I'm looking at the fucking TV just thinking this shit was a cartoon, not paying no fucking attention. Not paying no attention.
That's
or whatever. So to get back in, so how all of this stuff relates to the school stuff, whatever cases, or how all this stuff correlates is just that, like, I'm noticing teachers, you know what I'm saying, are kind of pushing this agenda too, and with the certain books that they're having in libraries, and it's just, I just feel as if everybody's trying to force this shit on kids, and it's just like, listen, bro, you're there to learn, not to learn about any type of sexual orientations and none of that shit like that, etc. Let that be up to the parents. You know what I'm saying? But
I do want to say, like, you can't blame the teachers all the way. Because, yeah, I teach geometry, but I'm told what to teach.
Right, yeah. You guys are given a curriculum.
There's a curriculum that we're given, and if you don't follow this curriculum, you're grits. Like, you have to follow what they tell you to teach, when they tell you to teach it. They change the books all the time. Yeah. And I feel like education has gotten a lot more political.
Oh, way more political.
About education.
Right. About the simple
it
shit,
really
like
irks me as a
teacher
about it, because I grew up in a school system where if you failed, you get held back.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore here.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like these teachers, whether they agree with it or not, they're being told to teach this type of thing. So it's like people need to go out and they need to say something. You know what I'm saying? Go to the school board and complain, or whatever the case may be, because most of the times these teachers do not have jurisdiction on what they're teaching these kids. Just like now, I think they're getting rid of like Black history in schools.
Yeah,
stuff like that. Like it was even a saying that they were getting rid of all the D9 fraternities and sororities at the colleges here in Florida. And it's just like, well, what happens to me? You know what I'm saying? And what we have going on. So it's just like, at the end of the day, they're
changing history.
Government.
They're changing history because
government.
Because I was helping Josiah with his like, I guess, like his Social Security, like well, I said Social Security, his social studies homework, whatever the case is, and the slave trade, they changed the name of the slave trade to the triangle trade or something like that. It wasn't when it was like literally slaves.
You ain't hear about the governor saying that slaves were basically should be thankful for being slaves because we learned skills.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how he feels, and this is what's reflected into the schools and how the kids are being taught about Black history.
He's not getting reelected.
So now it's really important as Black parents to make sure that our kids know their history outside of school because they're not being taught.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on, because this is troubling to me, and I've heard it, but you're in there. You see it happening. They're literally trying to get rid of Black history, teaching Black history in schools, and they're just keeping the white agenda, is what you're saying?
Because a lot of people are feeling like, I'm just going to say it, not all white people, but I can say the white people that are fighting for this type of thing are saying that it's not fair to their kids to learn this type of thing because it's promoting violence, it's promoting hate. It's
when the history of the white man is literal violence.
Exactly.
That's what we've been taught. But I'm 44 years old. I was taught the white man's history in social studies.
But are we surprised?
No.
We've been oppressed all our lives, right?
My question is, what do we as Black people do at this point? Do we homeschool? Do we have our own sessions of Black history when your kids come home from school?
I do.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's fucking...
Like, I have my son watch movies. We'll read about a Black, you know what I'm saying, history or whatever. Like, or for me personally, like, before I taught math, I was teaching science to our middle school babies, right? And mind you, I'm teaching at Black schools because that's where I relate. Yeah. So I'm going to teach at Black schools. I put all the black scientists around the room. Every week we learned about a different one. This one created the traffic light. This one created the gas mask. This one created this, that, and the third, because they don't teach our kids that.
I love that.
So I'm going to teach you that. I don't care how they feel. I'm going to show you that you're black and this is what we did and this is how we contributed to the world, but they're not going to tell you because they don't want anybody to know that we have been this powerful. Yeah. And I need them to know that they can be this powerful too. So not all teachers are going to do that because it is a stigma. Like you don't want to get in trouble with the district.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But me personally, shit, I don't care. Fuck that.
And before we get too much off topic too, one thing I just recently learned is that the black man is actually, it was a black man. I hate myself for forgetting. I've been trying to like sear his name into my brain, whatever case is, but recently comes to find out that the black man is the first individual who actually invented the first form of some type of aerial flight, not the Wright brothers.
Oh, I heard about that. And look at that. We can't even remember his name. That's the problem because it hasn't been seared in our brain.
I think I have it in my notes in my phone.
But we've been taught all our lives that it's the Wright brothers. And then when we get word that it was actually the Wright brothers, it was actually a black man, we awesome, and we forget that man's name.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, back in the day when black people were inventing things, the white people wasn't fucking with that. Right. So now you have to join with some white people that actually like black people and say, can you take this credit for me? Because otherwise, if you don't, they're not going to use my shit. You know, the black man that invented the gas mask, the white man had to say it was me in order for the firefighters and everybody else to use it. Gotcha. So it was like, if they knew that he did it, they weren't going to use it.
They wasn't going to fuck with it. This nigger here made this. Fuck out here. Whip him. Hang him.
Exactly.
But look, this video before we get too far off topic.
No. We're going to take a break and play that video real quick. I got to go and pay the bills. Again, shout out to Nightshade Lounge.
Yes.
536 West Church Street. Yep. You already know what it is, man.
Black owned.
We'll be right back.
Yes.
Orlando, what's going on? It's your boy Young Cause, the man that can let the hate but to shake his head anyway. Listen, I want you guys to know that on 536 West Church Street, Nightshade Lounge is your venue to go to for your special events, parties, 6 days a week. Go check them out. The hottest DJs in Orlando. Amazing atmosphere. You already know what time it is, man. Cocktails and Intellect Podcast. Nightshade Lounge, official sponsors of Cocktails and Intellect Podcast. The night belongs to you.
All right, y'all, we back.
Like cook crack.
I knew you was going to say that shit. Hold on. We're going to pull this
You're
up
the drug dealer.
Excuse me?
Huh?
What?
What?
Drug dealer? Man, what? What are you talking about?
What does she mean?
Drug dealer? What is that? I don't even know what that is. So you wanted to bring this up for...
Yeah, I wanted to play this clip real quick.
Okay, let's see if it actually
because this shit, like when I saw this, I felt it in my soul, and it's just like
Let me see. I'll put this on the screen for y'all, ladies and gentlemen.
Book here. It's called It's Perfectly Normal. I'll read some of this for you. It says, after a bit, a person's becomes moist and slippery, and the clitoris becomes hard. After a bit, a person's becomes erect, stiff, and larger. Sometimes a bit of clear fluid that may contain sperm comes out of the tip of the and makes it wet.
Can we, sir, I'm sorry.
Was it something I said? If you don't want to hear it in a school board meeting, why should children be able to check it out of the school system? Ooh. We have perverts that are perverting our kids. And you all sit back smug in your chairs, but you don't want me to read it. Why? Does it bother you? Yes or no? You can't answer that question. You want to know why? Because politically speaking, you can't say that it's wrong. And you don't want me to read the filth because it exposes the truth. How dare you tell me to stop reading it? If you don't want to hear it, why should the children have to see it?
Pastor, your time is up. Thank you.
That makes two of us.
Yo.
How do you feel about that? Let's start.
I'm gonna say something controversial. Like, first of all, how many of your kids is checking out books?
Ooh.
Okay. Anywho, I do agree that should not be in the school system for kids to even have an option to check out.
Now keep in mind that was the straight shit. By the way,
right.
That wasn't even the
what
gay
are we
shit.
doing? What are we doing to change it? Like,
Well,
you can be upset at it, and of course, I don't agree with you at all. But how can we change it? Like,
that's the big question.
I'm more of a what's the solution type of person rather than let me just sit here and be mad.
Well,
like,
but that's the what channels does one take to go and make these changes? Is it Congress?
Because I will go with you.
Is it voting for the right people in
I'm gonna say it's all of it.
I
You
think
see
they're
how
all
he went?
puppets,
You see how
though.
he went and he's talking to the board members or
Yeah,
whoever he's
but
talking to?
I'm sure that didn't change
I'm pretty
shit.
sure it didn't.
So what other avenues do you
But
have?
how many times have we as Black people or just people in general have been outraged and have not gotten any?
You know what? I have an idea.
What's up?
To all of anybody that feels triggered or whatever you want to call it about this particular topic, whether you Black, white, Hispanic, I would suggest if your kids still go to libraries in school or an actual library, go have them check out those books. Go have them check those books out and bring it all to one big bonfire and burn them shits. That's what I say.
Then now they're responsible for paying for them.
Hey, fuck it. You know what I mean?
It's just I don't have the solution. Yes, I'm a teacher, but I don't have the solution because.
And see, the thing is that
I don't know. Like that is some fucked up shit for the kids to be reading.
And now keep in mind, there's another video I couldn't find the shit, but keep in mind, like I said, that's the straight shit.
But I also think it's the wording.
Or whatever. There's another one too. Or
well,
whatever.
hold on, wait, pause. The wording.
Why was it worded that way?
She made me think. You made me think about something because I know that when I was getting taught sex ed in high school, they were talking about sex.
They teach it in middle school now,
right? They teach them. All right, whoa.
I don't believe that
Sixth grade.
sexual education should be in schools. Maybe. I feel.
I think it
should. But not middle school.
Middle school for sure.
I got introduced to sexual education in high school, and they see, like you said, it was wording. They were they talked about diseases and what could happen. They talked about more contraceptives as far as protecting yourself. You know what I mean? But that video right there was a little.
Why they word it that way?
Yeah. Why did they word it that way? They made it very. They sexualized the shit out of it.
When I taught 6th grade science, I did have to teach that. I did.
How long ago was that you taught that?
2 years ago.
And was it more sexualized than what you knew from when you went to high school?
No, it was the same stuff, but I feel like it's just getting taught earlier because kids are now having sex earlier.
When's the first time you had sex?
These middle school kids are getting caught in bathrooms.
Okay. Yeah. No,
I was 20.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I was dead scared of my mother.
Yeah.
My mother.
Yeah, 20?
20.
Late bloomer. All right.
But is it?
Oh, it's like, but
no, it is.
She made up for it, though. She made up for it. Trust me.
Statistically,
she made up for it.
I know you ain't talking.
Full hoe mode. Listen, I'm talking about like.
First of all, he's lying.
She was like, Nelson, who your friend? I'm like, goddamn, nigga, you just asked me about that about 6 other friends. Goddamn, like.
Why he's trying you?
He's actually talking about himself.
He's projecting.
Yeah. You see how calm I am? He's actually talking about himself. Right. But at the end of the day, these kids are having sex in middle school. Yeah. It just is what it is. But at the same time, yes, I lost mine at 20. I'm considered a late bloomer, but I've been thinking like, am I? Well, just because people are having sex at 15 and 16, is that normal?
Right, but that's the thing is this. All right, and I only said statistically because of the fact that, and again, I always age myself, so time does have a different standpoint when it comes down to this whole situation because of the fact that when I was in middle school, the sexual urges were there, but I never acted upon it, right? You know what I mean? A lot of blue balls. You know what I mean? Tell me, look, it's crazy. It was a lot of blue balls. I got to high school, and at 16 is when I finally lost my virginity. So statistically, it's usually at the ages between 15 to 17 that one male or female would. That's what it is now. She's saying these kids are in the bathroom.
But let's talk about it. No, let's talk about the uncomfortable shit.
Okay, all right.
Let's talk about
the elephant in the room. Let's talk about it.
Because if kids are having sex younger, what's happening to them? Because at the end of the day, let's talk about how a lot of males...
They're having sex in middle school?
A lot of males. Let's talk about how a lot of males are being sexually assaulted by older women.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
That's true.
Ooh. Ooh, that's a conversation that people don't want to have.
A
it's
lot
always
of
about
males
a woman or a
have been sexually assaulted by older women, and it's looked upon as, oh, yeah, you go, boy. It's not frowned upon. Why are these women not in jail?
Right?
Because the women,
they're going to jail.
But at the end of the day, not as much as men are.
As soon as a man touches a girl, it's all over the news.
Because if a woman is doing it, it's, oh, you'll be okay. It's da-da-da-da. But these boys are being traumatized. Our
mental health is fucked up.
But it's also like what I think about with kids, and I think about my own kid, right? I don't expose my kid to that type of stuff personally. But kids that do those type of things to other kids have been exposed to it in some kind of way. Whether it's social media, whether it's internet, but then how are they finding those things as well? What's being done to those kids to make them feel comfortable enough to do it to another kid? And then parents are not comfortable enough talking to their kids about that type of thing. So then their kids are curious about it and they think it's cool. It's not okay. Especially males, boys. Let's talk about it. I'm not a male, but I have a lot of male friends. I grew up around a lot of male friends, and I used to hear how they used to talk about the females in school. That's why I was such a late bloomer, because y'all not about to talk about me like that. Y'all not about to put, y'all not a notch on your belt for y'all to be betting on in high school. We're not doing that. I had the privilege of being friends with males because I could hear it. But at the end of the day, it was like glorified, right? It was. For a male to have all these different girls, but if a girl did it, it wasn't.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
of course, double standard shit.
Regardless of how much people talk shit, till this day, I think guys still feel that same way.
But
even with the new, I'm a bad bitch. I got plenty of niggas.
But I will say, I had an incident with my son in daycare. He was 4 years old, and the teachers had to call me and say a little girl took him under the slide and told him to show him his wee-wee. If that little girl don't get up out of here, it's a problem. I raised hell, but at the end of the day, I felt bad for that little girl, because what is going on with her? You get what I'm saying? Kids are doing what they are taught or what they see or what they're exposed to. So I don't blame her. What's going on in your home, your household? What's going on around that little girl? So now it's like, what's going on with these kids, these middle school kids? My son is 11. He skipped a grade. He's in 7th grade. These 6th graders, 7th graders, 8th graders, they're getting pregnant. They're having sex. They're giving fellatio in the bathrooms. All the other type of stuff. What are you being exposed to?
I'm definitely afraid right now.
I did have to talk to my child this summer going into 7th grade about sex. I personally had the conversation with him because I'm not about to have you out here at these people's school. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know what's going on. You don't know what to look for when you see it.
And
if a girl said, "Let me see this,"
not to take anything away from the fact that you have a son.
I have a son,
and everything you're saying is correct and scary. I'm only bringing this up because what you're saying has me a little bit emotional, because I'm a first-time father. My child is about to be 3. And I'm like, fuck. I'm sitting there having these conversations. You guys have kids. What the fuck? I'm scared to death.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something
about
it's
how to handle her in this society. I shouldn't feel like this.
Unfortunately, right? This is unfortunate, but it's one of those double-edged sword situations for me, right? Because I had practice with my stepkids.
I would kill somebody over this little.
I kind of had practice with my stepkids in order to learn how to maneuver with my actual kids, because obviously, I was the same situation as you at one point when I was a new father, and there were certain things that I was doing that was wrong that needed to be corrected. For instance, like obviously I DJ, so I keep up with the new trends and the new music that comes out. I used to always have, she would tell you, she'd come over to the crib, there would be music videos just on my TV back in the day. And I was doing the same thing when I had kids.
Ass twerking and all. Right?
Ass all over the place. And I was doing the same thing with kids. I'm like, and I'm looking, it wasn't until like Alani was like 1, still barely standing and walking. And there was like, a music video on, just shaking ass. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, fuck, let me turn this shit off or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And So it's just certain things that you just got to just adjust to, whatever the case is, and you got to get rid of. One biggest thing that I've learned, like I said, fortunately but unfortunately, with my stepdaughter Lily, is the fucking cell phone. I took, like, my kids, my actual biological kids, will not have a cell phone until they're 16.
Okay,
period.
Wait, pause.
The reason why is because fortunately, unfortunately, I had practice with my stepdaughter, and I noticed that 99% of the shit that happens comes from this fucking device.
All right, now wait, hold on. With that being said, my daughter does have a tablet in order for her to contact me, but on her tablet we have a bunch of educational stuff. She clicks a button, it's something educational. She doesn't have access to wild shit, but as she gets older, but my point is she's accustomed to having a tablet of some sort in front of her, right? Mm-hmm. As she gets older, it's going to become a cell phone. It's going to become, you know what I mean? So now, mind you, you're married to the woman that you're with. I unfortunately am co-parenting at this point. Mm-hmm. I can only do what I can do on my end.
And that's all you can do.
Fuck.
At the end of the day, my son is 11. I just got him a cell phone, but it's more so for safety. Like, you're going to school, you're walking to school, you're not in the best neighborhood. People are crazy out here. I need to know where you're at.
I thought about that.
Like, I need to know where you are. But at the end of the day, I have parental controls on my phone that controls his phone. So, like, the YouTubes, the apps, or whatever, he can't download anything, first of all, without it coming to my phone for him to get permission. Mm-hmm. That's number one. Number two, he can't even watch stuff on YouTube that's not age appropriate, because now the phones have it to where when you give your kids phones and you have a family thing on there and you can set up what they can see, what they can't see, what they can download, what they screen time. Oh, Wi-Fi getting cut off at 9:30. You get what I'm saying? You can do that now. Like, okay. For sure. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
I tried that,
I feel like when it comes to stuff like that, being too strict on your kids can also be a hindrance. Talk to your kids. Talk to them. Because I grew up in a strict household. Strict. It worked for me. I was dead scared of my damn mama. She's what? My mom used to beat my ass. She ain't talk about sex, but bitch, if I see you get pregnant, I'm gonna beat your ass. If I see, I wasn't allowed to have guy friends till I was 16. Mm-hmm. But you do have some kids that take that strictness and they lash out. And
yeah, of course. Yeah, and that's what I'm afraid of too.
They do the opposite.
My parents told me you better not leave out of this house, and I was sneaking out the crib because they told me not to.
I never snuck out the crib because I thought my mom was gonna come catch me. But
my parents weren't soft.
I was a scary
either.
motherfucker.
My parents weren't soft. We were just dumb.
But at the end of the day, like, the way that I raised my kid is like, yes, shit is scary, but I have open communication with my child. I don't care how old he is. I've always had open communication with him. This is what this is when you see it. This is why this happens, and this is why this is bad. Kids understand more than you think that they do. Just because they're kids. They understand more than you think that they do. And because I had those conversations with him, he can think for himself. Because as a parent, you can't control what they do. You can't. They might act one way at your house, but another way at school. Right? But it's how you teach them, but it's up to them to implement the lessons that you give them. Mm-hmm. And if they go against that, then that's another conversation that you can have with them. But at the end of the day, they are going to make their own decisions regardless of what you're going to do.
That's facts. Now, another thing too is that, like, you know, one thing I try to tell Christina, and not even just that, but also some parents luck out or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Luckily for you, London is a good fucking kid. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie.
Or whatever, like, London's a good fucking kid, whatever the case is. And honestly, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. You lucked out. Motherfuckers ain't that lucky. Motherfuckers is not that lucky. They're just not. It just don't happen. Out of all four boys that my mama raised, I'm the only one with some sense.
Wait,
you know what I'm saying? So
wait, what?
I'm the youngest of four.
No, I'm saying no. The part with the only one with sense.
I'm the only one with some sense. I'm the only one with some sense. No, now keep me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't always like this.
Oh, okay. Because you a loose cannon, my nigga.
Where the sense at?
I wasn't always like this.
Like, what's going on?
I wasn't always like this, or whatever the case is. But my mama did luck out at the end of the day.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Something's fucking with me right now. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second.
What you got
going? Really?
OCD.
Super OCD.
No, it's OCD, but it's in your shot. This is wild.
Balloon.
And this is from a birthday party that I put together.
So you're the drama.
Right, exactly. I'm the drama.
Anyways,
it's PTSD.
Anyways, getting back to what the hell we were saying. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, like you lucked out. Whatever cases, some parents don't luck out. But another fortunate thing is this too. I believe in keeping your kids occupied.
For sure.
If your kids ain't fucking occupied in some type of sport, some type of extracurricular activity, whatever the case is, they not going to do nothing else but try to find out what the fuck and get into trouble.
Let me ask you a question.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying?
From a female standpoint, I have a daughter, right? While you may have a son, but you're still a female, like, I'm trying to figure out what to get my daughter into. I'm thinking, me and her mother was thinking softball.
I feel like for kids, I
we can both answer this question.
I personally let my child pick because kids have their own identities and their own personalities, even at the age of 3, right? I see it all the time because my son is in sports. He is a sports kid all year round since the age of 3. That's what he chose to do. But I see a lot of parents choose for their kids what they're going to do.
How do you allow them to choose? Would you lay down?
She's 3, but what does she like to do?
Remember that ninja movie back in the day where you had to lay the ball down or the sword down and choose one?
No, she's 3, but I'm sure she has a big personality.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What does she
big
like?
Sagittarius.
What does she like to do?
Ah, man, she's very
does
vocal.
She like to dance?
Her voice is beautiful.
She can sing.
Yes, I believe she.
Music
I'm a singer.
lessons.
Her mother's a singer. My mom's a singer.
Music lessons.
Okay.
You do something that your kid is passionate about. Because what happens is when parents, in my opinion, when parents push their kids into things that they're not interested in, you get a lot of push and pull. And the kids, mentally are not checked into that talent or that hobby because now you're living through your kid on what you want your kid to do. Oh, she's a girl, so she has to cheerlead.
Right.
I'm a girl. I never I didn't like them prissy ass bitches. I'm not saying all cheerleaders are prissy ass bitches.
She a nigga for real.
I'm a nigga for real.
You play football,
for real. I wanted to play football. My mama said no. But I played basketball. I boxed. I ran track.
Right.
The girly stuff wasn't.
I want to get my daughter.
The girly stuff wasn't for me. But at the end of the day, see what she's interested in. If she's 3, you can see what she's interested in now. She likes to sing. Bet. Give her a mic. Put her in some music lessons or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You putting her in gymnastics, that might not be her thing. You putting her in dance, that might not be her thing. Things that people think girls should be doing.
Her mother was a dancer, so her mother's on some old like dance.
My mother forced me to dance when I was a kid. I hated it.
Now she love it.
I grew to love it because of Aaliyah.
Rest in peace, Ali.
Because of Aaliyah.
Oh, okay. Oh, the singer Aaliyah. Okay.
I grew to love it.
Wait, what?
No, because she said Aaliyah. I thought she was talking about the dancer Aaliyah. I was like, ain't
no,
we older than her? What you talking
I
about?
grew to love it because of Aaliyah.
Okay.
But at first, my mother forced me because my mother's also a dancer. And I'm her first daughter.
Got it.
So it was like, you're going to dance. Hated it.
Right.
Miserable.
And I'm a photographer. I don't want to lay my camera in my daughter's hands and just be like, hey,
As soon as she put me in softball, I was happy.
Really? Softball.
Because I'm a sports girl. I'm a tomboy.
What you got to do?
Right?
Your kids.
Alani is going to be. Guess what Alani loves to do?
What does she love to do?
Take a guess. Take a gander.
Dance.
Exactly. So I'm getting Alani into. I'm going to start getting her into both gymnastics and dancing because she wants to do both. But at the same time, the caveat on what she was saying, whatever case is, like, I don't necessarily agree with the whole fact that, like, let them pick. Sometimes you got to force these shits on their kids because Bryson, I've always known has been athletic, always known to be athletic, whatever the case is. But in what fashion of athleticism? I just know that this motherfucker would jump around the house, do pull-ups. He was doing pull-ups at 2. He can do 3 pull-ups at 2. 3 solid ones. 3 of them.
Fuck your whole head
I got that shit
can't
off.
even do the shit.
Nigga, fuck you. First of all, I used to be able to. But nah, you know what I'm saying? So one thing I always knew that he was going to do is be good at athletics. I started him in basketball. Sorry as fuck at basketball.
Okay.
Literally.
So scratch that off the list?
No.
Wait,
I kept him in it. Alani's a natural. Alani's actually really good at basketball, but she hates it. Bryson was sorry as hell, but he wanted to do it just because he could just run around. First season, trash. Second season, he was the best player on his team. Then I put that nigga in MMA. He didn't want to do it.
Wait, you put him in MMA?
He's in MMA. He didn't want to do it at first. Infatuated with it. I paid for 4 or 5 months straight out the gate. So sometimes you got to force your kids onto certain things.
I feel like that goes to say, let's turn the tables how you said, oh, you lucked out. Not everybody looks out that way because you could have a kid that don't want to do it at all. And now you don't waste your damn money for the season.
Josiah.
Because your kid, exactly. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Your kids are going to have their own hobbies and passions, right? What if your kid likes to play video games? I've seen kids that just want to play video games. They don't want to play sports, but their dad wanted to play football so bad because, son, I was the #1 receiver at this high school. Nobody cares.
Mind,
You're washed. Period. You're washed. But at the end of the day, it's like, why you don't put him in some gaming club? Why he can't go to EA Sports and, you know what I'm saying, do some kind of something there? You know what I'm saying? Because that makes money too. Just because you don't want him to play that. But at the end of the day, all these kids have their own shit. They have their own personality. They have their own wants,
End of the day,
dreams,
they will
and desires.
eventually come into their own. I think the parenting part of the whole situation is just trying to, like you said, back to what you said, keep them occupied. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, keep them occupied, goddammit. And they will find their own place in life at the end of the day. That's how I see that. You know what I mean? But
let's switch it up a little bit.
I am. Believe you me, I am. So, hey, how you doing?
Oh, gosh.
So, wait. I thought I
already know what he about to ask.
I thought I was safe.
You know.
I already know what he about to ask.
So, wait, hold on. Wait, I'm trying to word it.
As soon as you ask the question, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Wait. So, are you big single in these streets right now? Are you big single?
I'm actually not single anymore. I just got into a relationship a month ago.
You still single?
No, I'm not. I'm very much taken.
A month ago?
I don't care how long it's been. I'm very much taken. First of all, I am listen.
Where the ring at?
Not yet.
Not yet? Wait a minute. I thought y'all females wanted the ring on the finger as soon as it happened.
The ring will happen.
Oh, it will happen.
You
know he gonna marry you.
For sure.
Do cougars got leopard print?
They do.
Wait,
Tiger
what?
stripes.
Leopard print skins.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, look.
I told you hear a lot of insiders.
She is not for y'all. She is very much so taken.
Yes, I'm very taken.
Okay, that's what's up. And so it's only been a month. But obviously you knew this person before.
Actually, no. I met him in June.
If she actually knew him before, she'd probably be in handcuffs. But, we're not going to talk about that part, though.
See, he put my business out there. Oh, my God.
It depends on how far back before.
He's putting my business out there so bad.
I have no clue what he's talking about.
Because if we go back at least a year,
he's lying.
She'd probably be in prison.
No, he might not be lying. But
you go back a year, she might be one of them. She might be one of them teachers she was talking about.
Oh,
okay. Let's be real. First of all, wait. See, he want to put my shit out there.
No, wait. Okay.
But okay. I met him in June. The end of June. He made me his girlfriend in August.
He made you his girlfriend. I like that.
Very much asked me. Very much dinner. Very much had it set up. Very much had the room ready, decorated, all the other type of stuff. Did what he needed to do.
Allowance money.
First of all, the man is 11 years younger than me.
We'll be right back. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm sorry, I had to pause for the cause. What the fuck? 11 years younger. Wait, hold on, pause. Ain't y'all both the same age?
Yes. Well, she's older than me by like a couple,
whatever.
like couple weeks.
Whatever. And you, what's your age?
35.
You're 35. Let me ask you a question. Did you teach this motherfucker in high school or some shit?
Didn't.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
Wow. That's why you were saying cougar. I'm like, cougar. What the fuck are you talking about? How do you? Okay. So, was it older men? You've been there, done that?
I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's not even really about the age. It's not even really about the age. It's more so like mindset.
Okay.
Like the guys that I've met have dated, all of them weren't bad guys. I'm not gonna say that all men are shit. Da 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 da. But at the end of the day,
except for who?
We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that.
I know everything.
I feel like the trending topic with the men that I have met have been emotionally unavailable as men. Mm-hmm. And this can come from a lot of trauma that a lot of men have endured as kids. Mm-hmm. And they come to adulthood and don't be ready for real shit. Mm-hmm. And then my experience in dating before the man that I'm with now has been very much, I want you here, but I don't want to be in a relationship. I want to be with you, but I'm not ready for that shit right now. And it's just like, well, when the fuck are you ready? Because you're doing relationship shit.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be in a relationship. And I'm sitting here, it had to come to a point where I had to realize, like, I'm not the problem. Because at first I'm thinking I'm the problem. I'm not enough. Because why you don't want to be with me? Damn. If you're telling me that I'm such this great girl and I'm such a great catch and you would never be with nobody else and this, that, and the third, then why won't you commit to me?
Did anybody give an answer to that?
Shut your ass up before I come across this table.
So this is one time.
Right. But at the end of the day, it came to a point where I had to do a lot of self-searching within my own therapy.
Did any one of those men give you an answer as to, or were you just thinking this in your own head? Like,
no, they always said I was enough. But
the
everybody
actions
had
didn't show that.
Their actions were, okay, I was dating one guy, great guy, treated me like a princess.
But
you don't want a relationship. But you want me here. It was like every time we had the conversation on what we were doing, it would be like you're playing into the fact that I'm the type of person that I'm going to care about your shit. Hush.
You talking about, isn't it? I got something to tell you about that. I got some tea for that.
So it was giving more so.
You're such a...
No, actually, I'm not talking about him.
Okay.
But I couldn't talk about him.
I got some tea about that, though. I got some recent tea about that.
But it's like, he treated me like a princess. I had no issues with the way that man treated me. But you don't want to be in a committed relationship. When I ask you, are we boyfriend and girlfriend? It's no. But to your family, this is my girl. What's tea, right?
Wait, hold on, Paul. And Cnel knows what I'm about to say, but look, this, because you on some old put shit out there. Just leave it.
No, I'm not putting that shit
out. Wait, no. Look.
I put out what I know I can put out.
Ladies and gentlemen, just believe you me. What she's saying is definitely, it happens. But it also happens in reverse on a man's side too.
It does.
Giving your all, making a woman feel like, okay, listen, you're girlfriend material. I want to be with you, and then that woman would sit there and
this is not about you.
Listen,
right now,
no. Wait, hold on. I'm just letting the people look. Listen, no, for real.
I know everything.
Yeah, you really do. That woman would sit there and give all of the girlfriend vibes, right? You know, babe, this, I love you, that, and then it's not, and then it's don't you fucking dare, don't you dare, I'll cut your mic off. So
let's I'm fucking with you, man. I'm fucking with you.
But I just wanted to point out that it also happens in reverse too.
I'm sure it does happen both ways, but we're just speaking on my experience.
Yeah, true indeed.
So it's like, I can be the best girl that I can be, but that's not going to make a man not cheat. That's not going to make a man want to commit to me. And it's like, I've only dealt with one cheater in my whole life. Let's put that out there.
That you know of.
That I know of. If I don't know about it, then hey, why am I stressed about something I don't know?
I like that. If I don't know about it, don't exist.
Why am I stressing about something I don't know? But at the end of the day, if I'm dealing with somebody for a long time and you hesitate to commit to me for whatever reason, and you're telling me it's not me, what's the problem?
Right.
So at that point in time, it's like, I can't date you no more.
You broke up with niggas.
Yes, because at the end of the day, I have to know my worth.
What's the longest relationship you had?
And that's my problem. My relationship with my baby daddy lasted almost 6 years.
Well, that's the baby daddy.
The one after that lasted 3. Did he commit to me? No. And I'm going to blame myself for a lot of it. But I am going to say that
Is this an accountability thing?
I'm going to take accountability for my part. Because at the end of the day, after 6 months and I say, what's up? And you give me this sob story, I feel like it's very manipulative when somebody knows that you'll put them above yourself.
Yo.
And it's like, I can't. And it's like, I care about what you're going through. So if you're telling me you're going through a tough time, I'm going to be here for you, and I'm going to put all my shit to the side. And I feel like I did that too much for too fucking long. So then finally when I said, you know what, I'm done. It wasn't the fact that he was cheating on me. It wasn't the fact that he was treating me wrong. It wasn't none of that. But the fact that you sat there for all of this time and acted like you did not want to commit to me, number one. And number two, you weren't that close to my child.
That's a big thing.
That's a
big thing.
I'm gonna have to stand on business. And once I stood on business, now it's, oh, I'm ready now. Oh, I want to be your boyfriend now. Oh, I'm ready for marriage. Hey, let me pick little man up. No, whoa, too much. Because now you piss me off. Because you piss me off because it's like, you could have been did this shit. You just didn't fucking want to.
Three things.
Cool.
Three things. One. Men are only going to, this people in general, I'm not even going to say men. People are only going to do or go as far as what you allow.
Exactly. I took accountability for my part.
So now the fact that you did cut it off, whatever case, you say, okay, listen, look, I'm going to commit, blah, blah, because he already did subconsciously already know what he had. But at the same time, it's like if he can keep getting away with what he can get away with, he going to keep doing it. Because the thing is this. Women pick their boyfriends. Men pick their wives. So he obviously knew what he had. But if he can keep having his cake and eat it too with no consequence, he's gonna keep pushing the limits, and that's just
you've been preaching for the last 72 hours. I give you that.
So you know, what I'm saying? Real talk. So you know, so therefore, it wasn't until you decided to put your foot down and say, "Nah, motherfucker, you finna commit to me. You finna blah blah whatever." You should have gave it a chance.
I'm not. You want to know why I'm not?
Now this brings me to two.
Okay, I'll put a pin in that.
This brings me to two. Whatever the case is, right? Now, when he did make that effort to be like, "Hey, listen, look. Fuck it, you know, I see that I'm about to lose you, whatever case is, like, yada, yada, whatever. Let me go and put my best foot forward, et cetera." You didn't want to give him that extra chance over, which honestly, personally, this is me just keeping it a buck. That's a very small situation. It's big, but it's small because he noticed what he had, he knew what he had, and he wanted to make that extra effort to push forward, and you said no. So that brings me to a question of asking you one thing. Do you actually genuinely feel that you are ready for an emotionally stable man?
No, of course I am.
You are?
But let's talk about your
bring that video
point.
back up about it and get that video better.
No, let's talk about the points that you were making. All right, cool. If I'm dating somebody for 3 years and we constantly have the same conversation and I've given you chance after chance, and he goes, "You're right. I'm going to do better. I'm going to commit to you. I'm going to be more present for your son. I'm this, that, and the third." And I gave you 3 different chances. And you still didn't fucking do it? So guess what that means to me? You don't want to. And on top of that...
But why you act like you don't push the limits?
Wait, I don't. Not when it comes to that.
Hold on. Let it finish.
But also, at the end of the day, I have to deal with my own trauma, right? The reason why I let it go so long, even with my baby daddy, we ain't gonna talk about that situation. But the reason why I used to, let's put the big word used to. And a lot of women or a lot of men, they go through the same shit. I used to let it go so long is because I'm going through childhood trauma, right? Where I'm thinking that I'm not enough for somebody, right? I've dealt with the fact that I didn't have a father in my life. I've had 5 stepdads. I just found out you were there at the age of 30 that the dude I thought was my dad is not really my father.
Daddy. Yeah, that was crazy.
Right?
I had to be there for my dog for that one.
So at the end of the day, I'm dealing with a man that I feel like is supposed to love me. And all my life, I'm always used to trying to prove my love to somebody. Right? I'm trying to prove my love to say, well, maybe he doesn't want me right now, but if I do this, he's going to want to be with me. That's trauma shit. That I had to deal with myself. So then, what? Unfortunately for Buddy, I started going to therapy, and guess what? I started learning. No, unfortunately for him.
Okay, gotcha.
Is I started going to therapy because now I'm working through my trauma and realizing, damn, Kru, you're not the problem. You really the shit for real, right? So the last time I said I'm done, I was dead ass done. There was no coming back from that shit because I gave you 3 years of my life. And at this last conversation that we had and you told me you were going to do better and then 6 months later, you didn't. The reason why it was the straw for me was he promised to come to my son's track meet.
All right, hold on. Pause for a minute. Just give me a second here because I've been. While I understand what you said, while I understand what you just said, one thing that you did say that kind of like had me like, wait. I get it. If your word should be your bond. Your word is your bond. If you say you're gonna do something, do it. Right? That's not his son. Maybe he was feeling pressure to take care of a child that wasn't his.
That man is emotionally stable. He just needed to make sure and ensure, because you said everything about him was perfect other than that.
And also, he didn't want to commit to me.
Yeah, well, he didn't want
officially.
He didn't want to commit.
An idiot.
That's some shit he had to deal with on himself.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying though. He's emotionally stable, and the reason why he's emotionally stable is because a motherfucker who don't know what the fuck they want, a motherfucker who's emotionally stable would jump into some shit just because it looks good.
Mm-hmm. True, but guess what? If you know I'm not what you want, and you knew I had a child when you met me, don't even start.
Niggas just be wanting to fuck.
But
3 years, but it wasn't even about that. Like, I think y'all are seeing a glimpse of the situation.
Oh yeah,
because I'm just talking about it.
for sure.
But at the end of the day, he didn't treat me that way.
Okay, got you. He
was very vocal about wanting to be in a relationship, and you're doing relationship shit, but you didn't want to commit to a relationship.
That's what I'm talking about.
Based on your childhood
doing relationship
trauma.
shit
He would
and
blame,
not wanting to be in a
he
fucking
would
relationship.
blame his childhood trauma on the reason why he had commitment issues. And I can't fix that for you. I can push you to go to therapy. I can push you to talk to me. I can push you to talk to anybody else. But at the end of the day, at whose expense is it? Is it right for me as a woman to date somebody for 3 years, never get what I need as far as a commitment, and my son's not getting what he needs neither? That's not fucking fair. Because at the end of the day, now you're ready after 3 years because I said I'm gone. That's fucking unfair. Because you're telling me that now I'm ready, you should be ready now.
But how you
That's
gonna
unfair.
But how you gonna judge this? How you gonna? First of all,
you can't tell me to be ready just because you're ready now.
I know you. How you gonna judge this man for not wanting to commit right away?
3 years?
Let's hear me out. How you gonna judge this man? How you gonna judge this man for not wanting to commit right away?
I know some shit. I don't know. I'm back off on this one.
And on top of that too, you say 3 years, whatever the case is, but it doesn't. You can't put a time frame on forever.
As a man, do you not know what you want when you see it?
When you see it, yes.
As far as dating,
that's the flesh.
As far as dating,
that's the flesh.
I'm not talking about flesh.
A lot of motherfuckers. Listen, look, I heard this on another podcast. Motherfuckers is doing way too much shit based off of like.
Oh, whatchamacallit? I know what podcast you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? And that's some real shit, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? The situation with him, the reason why I say that, based off of what you're telling me, he's emotionally stable is because he didn't jump into something right away. And the thing about it is that nowadays, like, a week after dating somebody, whatever the case, like my fucking situation, I met my motherfucking wife at work, whatever the case is. We started talking in August. And not even
the third time you guys have heard this story.
And not even. No, it's not, motherfucker. No, it's not. No, it's not.
All right, whatever.
No, it's not.
Right.
We started talking in August, and we really wasn't even talking to August like that for real. You know what I'm saying? We really started talking in November, made it official in January, had kids by motherfucking March.
Are you not proving my point?
Or whatever, but the point at which I'm trying to make is that a lot of people are doing shit out of like. Now, granted, it worked out in my favor, but the 99.9% of the chance, 99.9% of the time, that shit don't work out. So just because it took 3 years, whatever the case is, for that man to want to, first of all, you're putting a time frame on forever.
I'm not doing that.
And you was a motherfucker back in the day that didn't want to commit to certain niggas.
I didn't, but at the end of the day, people change, right? But also, I know my worth.
Play the clip when you're done.
No, I know my worth. I'm not going to sit here ever again in my life and allow a man to make me feel like I'm not enough.
Agreed.
I don't give a fuck who you are.
You shouldn't.
It might take you 3 years, but you're not going to be with me for 3 years trying to figure it out. Because at the end of the day, there is going to be somebody that's going to see my worth up front and be ready for me the first time. I shouldn't have to fight with you. I shouldn't have to beg you. I shouldn't have to continue to have this conversation with you about, do you want to be with me? Because now you're fucking with my self-esteem and you're fucking with how I feel about myself. So I had to go fix myself and how I felt about that situation. And regardless, if you're not going to be there for my son 100%, that is a non-negotiable for me. Now, at the end of the day, he could really, he could have really been ready when I said I was done. But at the end of the day,
you open up a can of fucking worms.
But also at the end of the day, it's not fair for that man to feel like, oh, I'm ready now. I have to jump when you say. Because I gave you 3 years of my life for you to do that. And now it seems like it's second-handed. Now it feels like you're only doing it because I left. Because every time that I threatened to leave, you would do right for a couple weeks and then you'll go back to the same shit. So it's giving, you thought I wasn't going anywhere. And you felt like you had the whole lifetime to fucking play with me. And so now I'm not dealing with that shit.
That is absolutely right for her to feel
at the end
that
of the
way.
day, at the end of the day, people are entitled to their feelings. And I'm not saying that he wasn't genuine in how he felt. I do completely feel like he was genuine in how he felt because he did really try to get me back. But you waited until I was completely over you to decide to want to do this shit. And now I feel like you're only doing it because I asked you to and because I'm over it. It didn't feel genuine to me. Now, was he genuine? I'm pretty sure he was, but you can't invalidate how I felt. 100%. And as a man, you knew my trauma growing up. You knew that I always felt like I wasn't enough. And for you to also make me feel that way, that's some fucked up shit. Even though you didn't do it on purpose. Right? But now we are where we are and it just is what it is. So I met a man, yes, that is 11 years younger than me. But you know what he does make me do? He makes me feel like I'm enough. He shows me anything he ever tells me, he does it. He's very consistent. He talks. He communicates.
Yeah,
he
that's right now. I feel like,
and it doesn't matter if it's right now
stages.
or not. I understand that, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to count him out because of his age.
Oh, true indeed. No, it has
at
nothing
the
to do
end
with
of the day,
age.
when you first meet somebody, it could go left or right.
What I was about to say is that you always meet a person's representative. There we go. Say that. You always meet a representative.
With my man.
Talk to us in 6 months.
Let me
because it could be a whole different situation.
It could or it couldn't.
Let me fuck up real quick.
I pray that it goes well.
It could or it couldn't.
I pray that it goes well.
I do too. I hope it does go well too.
I'm not going to project.
You meet a person's representative the first month or 2 or 3.
I'm not going to project any what ifs into my new relationship that I'm in right now at this moment. I'm going to live in the moment.
I love that.
I'm going to enjoy what he's doing. I'm going to enjoy how we make each other feel.
Absolutely.
Because it is a mutual thing.
And you deserve it.
And
everybody deserves
I love where
bro.
I am right now, period.
Now let me say something real quick. Right. So right after I'm done saying this, we're going to play this clip.
All right.
I'm about to fuck up real quick on something, right? So now I have a question.
But don't say some shit where she's going to have to respond, nigga, because I got to play the clip.
No. She responded.
Because you know I'm going to have a rebuttal.
Listen. She has a great memory. Right. She's going to be able to respond about all of that. So now I have a question for you, right? Value-wise, how is a man valued? Based off of what?
You mean in general or for me
personally? In general. Just general. What is a man?
I would say now in society, a lot of women value money.
Value money. Okay. So break that down into simplest terms. Would you say security?
I think it's all about security.
Security, protection, making you feel safe, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What are women valued as? Or
that would be a question for you.
What?
Okay.
Wait,
that's actually
because I could value myself or other women in a different type of way than generally a man would.
So now, so I'm gonna break it down. Right? So men are you base the value off a man based off of if they can protect and provide. That's just
what it should be.
That's just the baseline, right? If they can protect and provide, right? A woman is based off of them being able to nurture, meaning and just the baseline of that being able to reproduce, give children, or whatever the case is, and youth. Men gain more value with age. Women lose value with age.
To who?
To everyone. The basic
everyone?
The basic standard of human
life. No lie.
The basic standard of human life.
That's literally a conversation that's been going on for a while.
That's basic standard of human life.
They're literally sitting here talking about statistics. Wait, hold on. Damn it,
the
boy.
Basic standard of human life
opening up a can of worms every fucking time,
Hear me out. The basic standard of human life in general. Men gain value with age. Because the older a man gets, the more wiser they get, the more they can protect, the more they can provide, because they learn and they are able to do these things at a better rate. The older a woman gets, the less value they gain because they cannot reproduce and they can't nurture the way that in which they're supposed to do. That's basic human life, period. So the point is, which I'm trying to make is that I knew you. The thing is, the issue with this conversation between me and hers, right, is that she can't tell me anything past from the time she was an adult, and I can't rebuttal it because I knew who you were back in the day. You wasn't trying to commit to those niggas.
No, I wasn't.
You wasn't trying to commit to these niggas. You was like, fuck these niggas, blah, blah. You was living your best life. And you had a couple niggas that came around that were decent dudes. And you curved them.
Did.
Or whatever the case is, right? So now that you're older, it's like, oh, I know my worth. I know what I want, blah, blah, blah. Because subconsciously, even though you're still very beautiful, you're still very good looking, whatever the case is. But the reality situation is, the older you get, the less the value.
And actually, I'm gonna say
that's just facts.
I'm gonna say no.
That's facts.
No, I'm gonna say that's not facts.
All right.
Because yes, friend, you know me since I was 19, 20 years old. But let's think about the mental state that I was in when you met me when I was 19 and 20.
That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying is he can't tell me because I'm older that I have this newfound value for myself. Oh. No, when I was younger, let's talk about it. Let's be real. When I was younger, when I was 19 and 20 years old, what type of shit was I going through?
Facts. I know.
A lot. Right? Me not wanting to commit to a man was very, very much traumatic shit. Why? Because I felt like nobody could ever love me. Right? My mother, I felt like she didn't love me. I didn't have a father. I wasn't close to my siblings. Remember, I was gang related. I was very much rough. Very much rough. Sir, the person that you see in your face is not her.
It's not.
I was very in these streets. I was very gang related. I was very rough. I'll fight you. Period. At the end of the day, I never felt like nobody could love me. So why would I want to be with somebody? Because I was afraid that I would lose that, right? If I'm growing up and I'm seeing my mom, I went through 5 stepdads that she married. 5. Not including the women.
Well, I didn't know that part. I know she married all.
Not including the men that she had in between. You know what I'm saying? In and out. I've never seen a good relationship. I didn't have a good relationship with my mother. I didn't have a relationship at all with my father. Right? So me growing up, I think, damn. Remember, I also had a big self-esteem issue too. I never felt like I was pretty. You knew that.
How? Stop.
But wait. But I'm getting into his point. Up until remember, I was homeless and everything. I was living in abandoned houses and all of that type of shit when I was in my early 20s.
Not before you met me.
No, it wasn't. Y'all just didn't know about it.
No. Wait.
I lived in DeVito in them abandoned houses.
I did know.
Yes, y'all did.
I told you to come move in with me. You didn't.
And I would not. Exactly. But at the end of the day, yes, drink to this. At the end of the day, in my early 20s, I wasn't capable of loving nobody and being in a relationship because I didn't feel like nobody would love me, period.
You shouldn't have focused on getting your shit together.
Why would I feel like anybody would love me when all I knew was pain, right? So at the end of the day, subconsciously, I caused havoc, right? Because that's what I knew. It made me comfortable there. I'm going to date this guy, and when he catch feelings, I don't want you no more. Because I felt like nobody could love me. That was some traumatic shit that I dealt with as a kid. I didn't deal with those type of feelings until maybe 2 years ago. And that's why therapy is important for me personally. Because it's like when you're in that type of mental state, you're no good for anything. No relationship, no nothing. I didn't know my worth then. Up until 2 years ago when I'm going through all the shit that I've been through and I'm like, damn, this is why I did that. That wasn't on me. Damn, this is why I did that. Fuck, this is why I stayed in a relationship with the man that cheated on me for 6 years. This is why I stayed on this, that, and the third. Because I didn't love myself. I didn't know how to. Because I didn't think nobody else could, right? So now that I'm grown and I'm going through therapy and I'm learning about myself and I'm learning to love myself, now it's like, fuck that. I will never let a nigga play with me. And you're going to love me the first time. And I'm not going to beg you for it. And if I feel like I'm going to have to beg you for it, then it's on to the next person. And that's okay. Sometimes it takes people a little longer to go through their trauma and really face that shit.
Hold on.
Period.
Why go on to the next person as opposed to just letting everything go and focus on yourself?
I did, though.
But the reason why I asked that is because there is a thing about people needing to be with someone, that companionship. people will get out of a relationship and get right into another one, or be in a relationship that's about to die and get into another relationship? Like, is that a thing? Do you need companionship? And there's nothing wrong with that either.
I did take time for myself. I think at first I was doing that, and I realized through therapy that I was doing that because at one point being alone with myself caused a lot of thinking. And when it causes a lot of thinking, it causes a lot of depression. Yeah. Because now I'm thinking about all of the shit that I was trying to suppress. Yeah. Right? So at one point, it's like, let me get into this relationships because now I have something to focus on. Mm-hmm. Let me start working too much. Let me ask him. I do a lot. Like, I'm working. I'm in a sorority. I coach a step team. My son's in football. Like, it's just,
try to stay occupied.
I'm always on go because when I'm sitting by myself, sometimes it's a lot for me to handle. And I'm not going to lie. This year was the year where I had to sit my ass down and realize, like, you got to go through these feelings. Mm-hmm. And I had to take that time for myself.
Instead of suppressing
and to love myself. And now I'm going through therapy and I'm boohoo crying and I'm toe up and I'm in my moments where I just want to be to myself. Yeah. There's been plenty of times where Nelson has not heard from me. Mm-hmm. Right? Months go by because now I'm dealing with my own shit. Mm-hmm. So I did take the time this year for me.
With that being said,
she was also taking some time to eat some snacks too.
You done ate the whole grocery store, motherfucker.
Give us a second.
The whole grocery store has been bought.
This is one of the most emotional episodes I've ever been on.
Let me buy some food stamps.
The Chichos.
We'll be right back.
Let me buy some.
Look, I had to take a quick break. You know what I mean? Kind of, I guess, reestablish my mind frame right now. This shit was getting, to me, it was getting really emotional. Because I'm just like, God damn, there's a lot of feelings being thrown around this motherfucker. But it is what it is. This is what our podcast is about. You know what I'm saying? This is probably one of the most, I would call it a freestyle conversation ever. And I always try to aim for that. And I appreciate you for opening up about just you in general. You know what I mean? You didn't have to come here and sit here and put this on camera for the people in them. You know what I'm saying? But and thank you for being such a fucking, I guess you would technically call it the instigator of the whole situation. But
first of all,
do you still want me to play? Do you still want me to play the video?
Yeah, split.
Well, as you should, because.
Right, because that ain't nobody business. But hold on. Before I play that video, let me just play this again, because I played it last time on one of the episodes. Let me see something real quick.
What should a woman bring to a relationship?
What does a woman bring to a relationship?
She should bring support. She should bring stability. She should bring love. You know what I'm saying? Respect her man. You know what I'm saying? And she can get whatever she wants.
That's all I want to say.
It's real simple.
Because you brought up the fact that, what a woman should bring into the relationship and what a man should bring into a minute ago. Don't make me play it back. My point was this. Men are looking for respect, love, and literal honesty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't ask for too much. Because you had asked like a lot. You asked her like, what value? Yeah, what value you bring, and you said nowadays it's about money. You know what I mean?
Nah,
you said in general. No. He didn't ask me personally.
I feel what you're saying, but in general, I get it. But
that's
based
what's being thrown on social media.
Right, on social media.
Flew me eye.
But on social media, men are screaming. All we want is respect. Like that's like, you give me love, respect. You know what I mean? And some support on what I do. We shut the fuck up.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? Anyway, so
now let's play the other video.
Yes, I am. All right. Immediately, sir. Give me 1 second. Boop, boop, boop. Where is it? Boom. There we go.
That one.
This one, yes.
Do you ladies feel women are ready for emotionally intelligent men?
We're talking about you're wanting a man who is tolerant, who regulates his emotions, who also knows how to manage your emotions. But you're also talking about a man who knows how to navigate his sensitivities. You have to consider that an emotionally intelligent man is good at cutting people off when he sees that your sensitivities bring too much reactivity. When he sees that you cannot regulate your emotions. When he sees that you have a low tolerance. This type of man that you are asking for is a man who will walk you out the door in a heartbeat. If he feels like you are disrupting his peace. If he feels like there's any level of disrespect, there's a lot that comes with emotional intelligence. So if you asking for that, you got to come with the same level of emotional intelligence. You're not always going to be accepted. Sometimes he's going to bounce back, and sometimes he's going to say, I don't agree with your opinion. Sometimes he's going to say, I don't like those thoughts. Sometimes he's going to say, I don't like the way you speak to me. If you're not ready for that, don't be asking for an intelligent man.
Do you ladies feel women are ready for...
So the whole point of why I wanted to play that video is because, like, you know, a lot of people in general, like men, you know, men specifically, whatever cases, they jump in to just a relationship or into doing stuff. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never had a great relationship with Josiah. Never. We're cordial, but I've never had a great relationship with him. I tried, you know what I'm saying, but I don't fuck with him. He don't fuck with me. There's no beef, or whatever the case is. And then Lily, I had a great relationship with her, but you know, we had issues and she stabbed me in the back, or whatever the case is. But you know, but the relationship is still there. We worked on it, etc. You know what I'm saying? But jumping into something with a person who already has a child, that's a big fucking thing. And honestly,
sure.
and honestly, whatever the case is, you should low key. I get your perspective, and your perspective makes sense. But low key, you should also be thankful at the fact that he was taking his fucking time. So you said it yourself out of your own mouth. Now, again, this is not to down your current relationship. I never met this dude. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? He's 11 years younger. That's fine, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's a great guy from what you tell me, whatever the case is. But one thing I do know is I'm a man. He's a man. He's a man over there. Whatever the case is, that 24 years old, you got a lot of living to do.
No, for sure.
You got a lot of... You got a lot of, and on top of that too,
6 months,
and on top of that too, you said that he played football, whatever the case is. Let's just say he make it. You know what I'm saying? Living in the moment that's not a conscious emotional decision. Let's say if he make it to the NFL.
Oh,
let's
shit.
keep it a buck. You know how many bitches finna be on him? And I'm gonna tell you something right now. You fine as hell. My wife fine as hell. Whatever the case is, y'all get hit on every day. There's nothing on planet Earth that is going to let me believe that every single man that comes your way, you are going to curve. Now, you may curve every single one if you're on good terms with your nigga. But let y'all niggas get on bad terms with it. And now keep in mind, women get on women get a hit on men, get hit on by men way more than men get hit on by women. Right?
That's crazy. That's crazy you said that.
So I'm saying all that to say this. Right? Or whatever the case is, it only takes that bad month. It only takes those 2 bad months for a female to just even give it a glimpse of entertainment. Like, I ain't been rocking with this nigga for a while. He pissing me off, blah, blah, blah. We married, this, and 30, et cetera. Yeah. You can take my number. You can take my Instagram, blah, 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 blah. At least, at minimum, at least. For a man, it's a lot harder. You got to grow out of that shit. Now it's to the point where it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a popular DJ in my city. I wasn't always the biggest, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case is, like, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case is. I'm a popular DJ in my city. Bitches throw it at me every single day. I couldn't handle that shit every time. I'm trying to knock down every single one that come my way. It's only up until now, as of recently, the last couple of years, is like, all right, bitch, get the fuck out my booth.
Cnel speaks
or whatever
his
the case
truth.
is, you know what I'm saying? So now I say all that to say this. This is not to down your current relationship, but I'm only saying this as your friend.
Just
because you're saying that you're enjoying the moment. Be careful. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude in which you're dating right now, no homo, no diddy, whatever the case is, good looking guy. Good looking guy. You know what I'm saying?
Promise we would never say that no diddy shit.
Whatever. Shut up. So no diddy. You know what I'm saying? Good looking guy, clean cut, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? The man looks like he's in shape. He's a good looking guy. Pause. No homo shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is, good looking guy. Now add fame, popularity, whatever to that, and you got 1,000 bitches coming your way, and you only 24 years old.
That don't even got nothing to do with that.
And you only 24 years old.
It don't.
You ain't have nothing living yet.
It don't got nothing to do with that. See, no.
All right.
I'm gonna say this.
All right. Not everybody.
I'm gonna say.
No, I
I'm
get
gonna
that.
say one thing. You're generalizing.
I am generalizing.
Because you also know me as a person, and you know the type of fucked up relationship I was in for 6 years. Mm-hmm. Have you ever known me to entertain anybody else, no matter what that man did to me? Never. Within them 6 years, never. That's one thing you can say.
Yeah.
Now, before him, I was just dating around. It is what it is. But when I got in a relationship with that man, from the time we got committed, no matter what he did to me, how many times he cheated on me, how many times he made me cry, and I came to your house and I'm sleeping on the couch with my child, you have never seen me entertain anybody else. Why? Because I'm not that type of bitch. There are women that would do that, because women will cheat, and I'm going to generalize, emotionally, right? Because women are emotional people. But me personally, I can't fathom that.
I think Cnel was generalizing.
He's generalizing.
Yeah,
he was definitely generalizing.
No,
because it's not that he's saying me, but he was kind of, because he said all women, right? But at the end of the day, that's why I had to clear that shit up, because like he said, he know me very well. You can generalize, but you ain't never seen that shit from me, period. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to allow anybody to tell me what my relationship could or could not be based on factors that have not happened yet. I could have sworn I already said I wasn't about to put no what if scenarios into my current relationship.
You're right.
Apologize, nigga.
No, because at the end of the day, what I'm doing with my relationship is what I'm doing with mine. I'm happy right now, and so is he.
That's all that
matters.
And at the end of the day,
that's all I care about.
That video spoke a lot of truth. Although he's 24, he's very emotionally intelligent. He's a psychology major. Okay. He cares very much about how I feel. He talks a lot about, we have conversations weekly.
Promiscuous women are promiscuous because they are unable
he checks
to
in
form
with me weekly.
an actual bond.
How's your mental? How are you feeling? Are you happy? Is there anything I could be doing more? He's a Pisces.
Okay.
He's a Pisces.
I like Pisces. My kids are
so
Pisces.
At the end of the day, he pushes me to be more vulnerable about how I feel. We have very good conversations. And say like I'm mad at him or upset at him or vice versa, he's very into, we're talking about this before we go to bed. I fuck with that. I never had that type of shit in my life, right? Even when it came to like when you commented on the 3-year, I should be happy that he took his time. I didn't push him. After a year and a half I was dating that man, he never came around my child. Because I do know that as a single parent, that is a lot to ask for a man to come into and be a father figure for my child. But you also knew what you were getting yourself into when you dated me. You also knew that when you met me, I had a child. You also knew that when you met me, if we were going to be we were going to be together, that you were going to have to step up and be some kind of father figure at some point in time. But you waited 3 years. I didn't push the issue. A year and a half I dated him. He brought it up. Hey, I want to get to know London a little more. Cool. I even though I really shouldn't give a fuck, but I even told my baby daddy, here I'm dating somebody, he wants to get to know London. How you feel about it? I shouldn't give a fuck about that nigga's opinion about anything. And you know that.
That was
but at the end of the day,
dope.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to do to people what I want done to me, right? Even though I didn't get that same respect.
Parenting.
It just is what it is. He said, oh, okay, you've been dating him. Cool, no problem. So now bet. Now we're going to go out with my child. Now we're going to have dates. And not once have I ever let a man that I was dating that wasn't officially my boyfriend sleep in my bed with my child there. Period. So at the end of the day, there was a boundary that you knew you had to come across. After 3 years and you're telling me you want to get to know my child, but you show up to one football game?
If a man tells you some shit,
he told me.
Right, exactly. That's his responsibility at that point to hold true to his word. Like I said, your word got to be a bond.
Multiple times.
I'm not gonna meet no chick and be like, oh yeah, I want to get to know you.
And then on top of that, what really pissed me off was the fact that you are a father figure to all these other kids. You're a fucking football coach.
Damn.
You also teach at a school.
Damn.
I'm seeing you be a father figure and show up for everybody else's kid but mine.
So listen, 3 things.
Done.
3 things, right? 1, you're my best friend. I love you to death. And the fact that you're happy, I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I never met you. All right?
I'm happy.
It's my dog. I fight about my dog. All right? I'll fuck with you. But no, seriously. So that's 1. 2, that dollar been there forever in a fucking day. I'm about to go out and grab that bitch. Hey, yo, grab that for me, dog.
Do something strange, friend.
Do something strange.
There's $1
at, bro?
There's $2 up there. That shit been there for a long fucking time.
He been eyeing them $2.
That shit been there for months.
He been eyeing them
Broke
$2.
ass nigga.
For months.
He been eyeing them.
And for 3, man, we gotta wrap up, man. We definitely gotta wrap up. Listen, Cocktails and Intellect Podcast.
Very, very emotional and interesting conversation.
It was. It's been a while since me.
Can I wrap up on something though?
Go ahead.
My 24-year-old, let's be real, very much wants a relationship with my child. Very much initiated that. very much comes. Let me take him out. Let's go watch the game together.
Yeah.
Effort. I think it's all about effort at the end of the day.
He got money?
Why you worried about it?
I'm just saying. Like,
Don't answer that. Wait, bro.
Anyway, it's very much about effort. The effort that
money.
a man shows will be more than anything else that the effort that a man doesn't show.
But do he got money?
Period.
Cnel, I'm gonna cut your mic off.
Just saying, like.
Don't worry about my man.
I got some. That's fun.
So, all right.
Don't
awesome.
worry about my man.
my man,
Don't
my
worry
man,
about
my
my
man.
man.
He got some money.
Don't worry about my man.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. You already know what time it is. Yeah, I mean,
he got some money. I got some Diddy oil. I'm just saying, like, if he got some money.
What? Pause.
Where you got that from?
Yo,
Costco?
we out of here. It's your boy Young Cause, the man that love to hate, but they shake his hand anyway.
Saying, like,
Cocktails and Intellect Podcast. I don't know who this guy is right here. Please tell
Nobody
people.
wants to oil up a beluga whale.
Please tell the people.
Damn, bro. Really?
Please tell the people where they can find you at, man.
He got some money.
Jesus Christ.
Instagram, Big Kinsey with 2 G's. BIGG.QUINCE.
I'm on to something right now.
Big Kinsey.
I'm on to something
Yes.
right now.
Also, share my videos on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Very much monetized. I'm still appearing. Kru.the.reds.
Don't nobody care about her
What is
TikTok.
he?
Make sure you follow her OnlyFans at The Only Kru.
It was actually your OnlyFans, and it got took over by
OnlyFans.
Lady,
Peace.
peace.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Wait.